each other as brothers. How do you, I mean, he's described you as like a brother.
글쎄요, 형제처럼 편안하게 일을 하긴 하죠. 그리고 또 그렇게 말을 많이 하진 않아요. 서로 이렇게 세트장에서. 그리고 뭐 책상에 마주 앉아서 서로 회의를 한다거나 그러진 않는데 그만큼 서로 또 마음이 잘 통한달까? 작품을 이제 같은 시나리오를 가지고 둘이 있는 거잖아요. 매일 같이 뭘 찍어 나가는 건데 작품에 대한 관점이나 이런 게 잘 맞는 것 같아요. 일단은.
So when I work with him, it does feel very comfortable, like he's my own brother. But we actually don't talk a lot on set. It's not as if we sit across a table and have serious meetings about the script. I think it's just that we understand each other very well and we share very similar perspectives with the same materials.
그리고 제 영화가 가진 약간 이상한 면들이, 이상하거나 불편한 면들이 있어요. 시나리오의 곳곳에. 그런 것들이 송강호라는 필터를 또는 앰프라고 해야 되나? 앰플리파이어를 거치면 되게 뭔가 더 진짜 같고 리얼한 것이 돼서 관객들한테 가서 닿게 되는 것 같아요. 그래서 관객들을 더 설득할 수 있는 거죠.
So with my scripts, there's always these strange and uncomfortable moments spread out across my films, and I think once those moments go through this filter or amplifier that is Song Kang-ho, they become more realistic. They feel more real as they reach the audience. So I feel like they gain this persuasive power through song.
And with this character, the head of the Kim family, what did you know he was capable of, Song was capable of, when you were writing this for him?
첫 페이지를 쓸 때 라스트 페이지까지 다 완벽하게 계획이 안 돼 있을 때도 있죠. 또는 마더처럼 마지막 장면이 먼저 머릿속에 있고 그 앞에 2시간이 오로지 거기를 향해서 가는 것처럼 쓰는 경우도 있고 그런데 어쨌든 마지막 클라이막스 시퀀스가 처음부터 머릿속에 정리되어 있지는 않은 상태로 썼어요, 기생충은.
So sometimes when I write the first page, I have no plans for the last page. And sometimes, as in Mother, I come up with the last scene first and write the 2 hours that come before so that the narrative propels towards that moment. With Parasite, I didn't really have clear ideas on the last climax when I started writing.
이제 송강호라는 배우가 이 역할을 연기한다는 거를 이미 전제를 하고 배우 본인과도 얘기를 했고 그러고서 써나가니까 점점 더 과감해진 면이 있죠. 그러면서 마음껏 쓰고 싶은 대로 썼던 것 같아요, 마지막까지. 이성균 극중 사장님, CEO 캐릭터 그러잖아요. 선을 넘지 말라고. 근데 송강호와 함께 이렇게 선을 같이 넘는 느낌? 마지막 클라이매틱 시퀀스에서 정말 선을 넘어버린다고 생각해요.
So because I wrote this script with Song already in mind and I already discussed the story with him, I became more bolder as I wrote. I just wrote however as I wanted to write. And in the film, at one point, the character of Mr. Park talks about not crossing the line, but this film felt like I was crossing that line with Song together. And of course, you really see that moment in the climax.
I wanted to add that we will have some time for questions from the audience. So if you have a question, just get it ready. We'll get to them. But we have to know. The film that you made with him in 2003, Memories of Murder, recently came back into the news. It's based on a true story, based on true unsolved serial killings in Korea, and recently the police announced that they believe they caught the suspect. How do you feel? And what was your reaction to hearing that news?
마음이 되게 복잡했죠. 그 사건 자체는 되게 어마어마한 사건이었거든요. 미국에도 데이비 핀처의 조디액 같은 영화도 있었고, 요즘도 보면 넷플릭스에 마인드 헌터 이런 시리즈도 있잖아요. 이게 한국에서는 한국 사람들에게 되게 큰 상처가 된 트라우마가 된 그런 사건이에요. 그래서 저도 영화를 만들 때 되게 좀 신중했었고 그 범인에 대한 생각을 많이 했어요. 어떻게 생긴 사람일까?
So I felt very complicated to hear that news. These serial killings they were a horrendous incident that happened in Korea, and of course there are films like Zodiac, and there's that Netflix series Mindhunter. But in Korea, this incident was a big trauma to our society, and so when I made the film, I was very curious, and I also thought a lot about this murderer. I wondered what he looks like, and all these things.
During screenwriting, actually, during this research period, I met so many people. People who were around the victims, and also the detective, and the journalist at the time. Quite many people I met, but only one guy who I could not meet is, of course, the mother. 그래서 생각을 많이 했어요. 그 몇 년간 그 사람에 대해서 정말 생각을 많이 했었는데 이제 얼굴을 보게 됐어요. 제가 지난주에 사진을. 그래서 더 이상의 어떤 저도 좀 시간을 가져야 그 감정에 대해서 얘기를 할 수 있을 것 같고 일단은 경찰분들에게 박수를 보내고 싶어요. 끈질긴 어떤 노력으로 찾아냈다는 것에 박수를 보내드리고 싶은 마음.
So for several years I had so many thoughts on this murderer, and finally last week I was able to see a photo of his face, and I think I need more time to really explain my emotions from that. But right now I would just like to applaud the police force for their endless effort to find the culprit.